This is a Planet Vero production for Evergreen Media. And now it's time to put you on the spot with EGM.
Hello and welcome to On the Spot with EGM. My name is Jesse Krisky, and we've got a great show for you today. Joining us today is the Indian River County Sheriff's Office Captain of the School Safety Division, Milo Thornton. Hi, Captain Milo Thornton. How are you?
I'm good. Thanks for having me.
Well, thanks for being a part of the show. Now, you are the captain of the School Safety Division. Tell us, what does that mean? What do you do?
So we oversee the schools in Indian River County. There are 19 district schools, not to include our specialty schools or our charter schools. So we have deputies in those campuses, just ensuring that those campuses are safe for our students, the staff, and faculty.
All right, very good. And so you've been, you started your career in 1998 as a correctional officer, and you've been in the police system since then. And so, what is that like? How do you enjoy being a sheriff?
It's been a long time, and virtually everything in law enforcement I've done. So I enjoy this job. I enjoy service, providing a service to this community, and just making sure that the good people of Indian River County are safe.
All right. So you're in charge of the entire school safety division in Indian River County. How many schools are you in charge of now?
So we have, like I said, we have 19 district schools. Two of them are public high schools, but we have the St. Edward's. We also have the charter high school that we provide services for, and other schools like Imagine Charter and North County Charter. So we have a variety of different schools and specialty schools that we provide services to.
All right, so you're staying busy. Keeping these schools safe is a nonstop job. And so what is being done to ensure school safety?
So the deputies that are in these schools daily have a plethora of activities that they're required to do. They walk the campuses every day looking for any issues that could propose a threat to our student, staff, or faculty. But they also are there to build relationships with our students. I think that's the most important thing that they can do, because that helps us stay ahead of any issues that may be on the horizon of occurring by building that relationship with our students, gaining that intel early so that we can put measures in place to prevent it.
All right, great. And so you were telling me before we got started here that every year you do an entire evaluation of all these campuses, right? Do you want to tell us a little bit about that?
That is correct. So the Department of Education requires that we do a safety check of all campuses. During those safety checks, we are looking for cameras, to update cameras, to see if there are cameras that need to be moved. We look at things like fencing, we look at doors, we look at everything down to shrubbery that could be blocking the visibility of our deputies to see potential students moving through campuses or people approaching campuses. We take these inspections very, very, very seriously so that we can, kind of create a hierarchy of things to be replaced and things to be installed.
All right, great. And that happens every single year?
Every year.
That's amazing.
Every year.
All right.
But my staff takes it to another level, because since the recent shootings that are occurring across this nation, we implemented a weekly inspection. We are communicating with our principals who are in charge of these campuses weekly to give them a list of things that happen. Obviously, we all know what happened in Uvalde with the propped open door that had been essentially broken for 3 years. Well, we're trying to prevent that from happening here. So we are looking at these things daily. If it's something that's an emergency that needs to be repaired immediately, the district has done a wonderful job of getting their staff out to fix those things.
That's great. And that's a great thing for parents to hear. Now, it's a different world from 20, 30 years ago. When I was in high school, we didn't have to worry about social media. We didn't guns weren't so prevalent in our schools 20, 30 years ago, it seems like. But social media, it seems like it really does play, it adds a new factor to school safety, school danger, as it were. So how does social media play a part in everything that you do?
So social media has its pluses. Our students have the ability to get access to information when they're trying to do the right thing with it, like writing a paper or doing research. But it also has its negatives. When we have students bullying each other or harassing each other, or just having quorums with each other where they just don't agree. So they take these opportunities to have these wars online. Well, those bleed over to our campuses. I think our parents need to be a little bit more vigilant to monitor their students' social media accounts, looking for these things so that they can report that to either our staff, being the school district staff, or sheriff's office resource deputies, so that we can kind of put things in place to prevent, fights from happening on campuses. That one common area where two students that are geographically separated because of their residence are now on our campuses, and that's when fights happen. And we find out about them through social media, where there's a fight in a female's restroom or a male's restroom or out in the gym. We're finding out then, but we're throughout our investigation processes found out that, adults are aware of these things days, if not weeks prior to the actual fight occurring.
Mm. And so you can kind of step in and see, as it were, whether a fight might occur between two people, because it's one thing to get on the keyboard and act tough, and then now you've got to go to school as a student and confront the person that you're trying to confront online, and it can turn into a whole different situation, right?
It can.
So you can prevent that, you're saying, maybe.
Yes, sir. I do. We can. I think I encourage all parents to read the student handbook as well. The district has done a great job by outlining some of the misconducts in the student handbook that coincides with the social media policies and the fact that our students are recording fights and pushing it out on social media, which is a violation of their handbook. So it's important that everyone understands that the social media thing could be a problem when it's not used properly, and to monitor it to inform law enforcement if they feel like there's a beef that's occurring with their student and another student.
Very good, very good. We're speaking with Captain Milo Thornton. He's the captain of the School Safety Division here in Indian River County. And so, Captain Thornton, do you have a message for the parents at home?
So I've always encouraged our parents to help us, mitigate a lot of issues. Some of the issues, like when a gun ends up on campus, and we found out that a student possibly went hunting with their parents and forgot that the gun was in their gym bag or something. These are errors that we're just going to have a zero tolerance when these type of things happen and end up on our campuses. So I think it's important for our parents to get involved, check your kids' bags. We encourage families to spend time with each other, going hiking, hunting, those things. I think that's wonderful. Mm-hmm. But I just don't want a simple mistake like that to end up in a physical arrest of a student. And now they have to explain this to colleges when they're trying to enroll into a university, or explain this to a job, actual employer when they're trying to get a job. So these are things that could be catastrophic for our young people. So just make sure that our parents are involved, monitor your kids' social media accounts, check those bags and gym bags before you send them off to school, so we can prevent these mistakes from happening.
Very good. Those are good messages. I like that. And it's very important. We all need to play a role in our children's safety, and that's what we as parents can do. And so, Captain Milo Thornton, you're involved with 11, by my count, 11 non-for-profits. You're a very busy guy. How do you have time to go golfing and do the things that you wanted to?
I have to squeeze the golfing in. I try to get it in before the sun goes down.
Okay.
Or, I just try to get it on Saturday or Sunday after church. But I tell you, I think it's important that we give back to our community. And in doing that, we're having relationships with folks who are financially able to give to these nonprofits to help us, keep our kids in check, to steer them in the right direction, give them that proper takeoff so that they have a chance to be, a productive citizen. So the nonprofits are amazing. I tell you, these folks, I sit in those rooms with them, and they are absolutely 100%, bought into, their ideas to help this community. We have a wonderful community that we live in, and they're all tied to each other in some way or fashion. So, just giving back to those folks that gave me an opportunity, I feel is important.
That's great. I love it. Captain Milo Thornton of the Indian River County Sheriff's Office, the School Safety Division. I want to thank you for your time and thank you for your service.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
All right. Thanks a lot. And until next time, take care, everybody.
This is a Planet Vero production for Evergreen Media. And now it's time to put you on the spot with EGM.